product details quote request. This is really powerful for a user to be able to, from the product detail page that they're on, make a quote request. Now, what is this and how exactly does it work? Well, this could be something that you offer as a promotional opportunity for users who register and sign up. That typically would be one of the requirements. Or you might even say they have to purchase a certain level of membership to get a certain number of requests for quotes. Maybe they have a certain number that they can complete before they have to register. Similarly, maybe they have to complete a certain number as a seller of activities before they can start to actually receive requests for quotes that they can read. Maybe they can just get a preview of it. Before they can see the whole thing, they have to purchase a certain level of membership. This can be really powerful to drive behavior between buyer and seller. But ultimately, a request for quotes should be simply that, a request to the seller from the buyer about a particular item. Now, depending on how your marketplace platform is set up, you may have chosen the option of having a single consistent product detail page with multiple sellers who can fulfill against that particular product. If that's the case, whenever you're on a product detail page as a user making a request for quote, you may want to be able to select which sellers or which types of sellers can respond to your request for quote, essentially, or who you would prefer, for example. Now, the other thing that we're going to want to do in general, and in this particular case, is show the user a confirmation of the quantity that they're requesting, the unit of measure, allow them to attach detailed notes, both in written form and possibly as attached files, depending on how you want to handle that. We may also include a sort of checklist on both the buyer and seller side of things so that they can both make sure they're getting key questions answered in this request for quote process. For example, with the seller side of things, once they receive this request for quote, does the seller know for sure that the buyer is qualified and that they have the resources to actually complete a purchase? Have they actually completed purchases before on the marketplace? Not that that's going to say they won't, but is it worth a lot of time for the seller to engage with a buyer? And you want to be really careful about this because the credibility of your marketplace is what's at stake here if you don't do a good job of keeping both parties informed and managing their expectations throughout. The other thing that's really critical with request for quote is the notification side of things. Typically, your buyers and sellers are not going to be just lurking on your site the entire day. And so they're going to need some form of intelligent notification to the different mediums of communication that make sense and at the right frequency for them. If someone gets a request for quote, it probably makes sense for them to get an immediate notification in most cases, and they may want it to go to multiple different mediums. So think text message, email, on-site notification, possibly through your mobile application that's part of your marketplace offering, etc. So these are things that you're going to want to think about in general whenever you have a marketplace e-commerce request for quote on the product detail page, and just generally overall a request for quote capability. I hope this helps you think of some different scenarios and how you might employ them with your marketplace e-commerce work, and certainly appreciate you guys taking a look at this video. We have some complimentary resources that we offer, and we're going to just briefly talk about those next. And I wish you all the best on your marketplace e-commerce journey. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching this video on marketplace e-commerce. In this particular edition, we went into quite a bit of detail. However, we want you to know that we have complimentary resources that you can download for free that give you a summary and a cheat sheet on key aspects of marketplace e-commerce. In particular, we go into quite a bit of detail around a checklist. It can be really helpful when upfront planning for a marketplace e-commerce project. We also have go live steps and optimization steps around various different aspects of running the marketplace, making it self-service, setting up the governance rules, optimizing for organic SEO, performance, security tuning, and really the list goes on. We certainly encourage you to take a look at those links in the description. And as always, if you would like to, we encourage you to go to town on that like button. Certainly feel free to subscribe so you can get notifications about additional videos like this. And we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.